Hi, I'm Chris Smith, and last night I started playing a video game called Besiege. It costs about $15 on Steam, so it's a very inexpensive game, and it has overwhelmingly positive reviews, which is why I picked it up. And I have to say, this game is so cool. I started playing last night. I played about 90 minutes of it, and I already was absolutely hooked. I loved it. It's essentially an engineering game in which you create a siege engine and use that siege engine to conquer levels. And you have a whole range of tools that you can attach to your siege engine, building blocks that you can construct it from. And the game has a very sophisticated system of physics, and so depending what you attach to your siege engine, it will function in different ways and allow you to use all kinds of different strategies to conquer the same level. So it's got essentially infinite replay value, and it's essentially like Minecraft for adults. If you love the engineering and building aspect of Minecraft, but you're looking for something a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more intense in terms of the mechanics of the game, Besiege is absolutely the game for you. I decided to make this video review to show you a few of the strategies that I use to beat the opening levels and a few of the really fun things that happen, the unexpected things that happen using the in-game physics when you try out different stuff. So here goes. Thanks for watching my video review. When you open up Besiege, you see this Earth, and you use the right-click button to rotate the Earth till you find a continent that's open to you. The starting continent is Ypsilon, so I haven't unlocked any of the others yet. In the opening levels, they're essentially tutorial levels. They teach you how to build a basic wheeled vehicle, but I will show you how to do that myself. I'm going to show you the fourth level because this level is super difficult, and it took me a whole bunch of attempts to beat this level. I'm going to start out by making the basic wheeled vehicle that they teach you to make in the beginning, albeit with a couple little tweaks here. I'm using these wooden posts. They give you a starter block. I attached a couple wooden posts to it as the center axis of the vehicle, and now I am attaching these steering hinges so that I can control the front tires. As the tires, I'm going to use these powered large wheels. See these really cool looking wheels there? And then I, on the back, don't want the wheels to turn, so I'm going to use just little wooden posts and attach those. And then I'm going to add a couple more of these powered large wheels on the back. And if I wanted to, I could change the direction that these wheels rotate, but by default they go forward, so we're just going to leave that. I also can attach some braces here. I just click and drag to brace the vehicle a little bit. You don't want to over brace your vehicle because then it becomes brittle. I learned that the hard way when my vehicle kept falling apart. And then you add various kinds of weaponry. So I've got metal spikes. I'm going to add one on the back, one on the front. And then I can add these cool giant blades to the tires of my vehicle. Let's just put them on all the wheels there. And then see what happens. I hit the play button, and then I use the arrow keys to drive my vehicle around, and I just drive it through as many of these guys as I can. I'm supposed to destroy 70% of these guys before they destroy my vehicle. And you can see they have already knocked the wheels off of my vehicle, so this attempt was a failure. This level is so challenging. I tried putting a whole bunch of armor on my vehicle, but my vehicle seemed to become too heavy and, again, fairly brittle, so it tended to almost fall apart under its own weight, which illustrates for you some of the challenges of the in-game physics. I'm going to go ahead and save this machine that I just created over my previous save, and go ahead and save it. So now this vehicle is saved, and then I'm going to delete this vehicle and start fresh, and I'll show you one way that I have defeated this level so far. I essentially just created a kamikaze vehicle with giant flaming balls on all sides. It's not even a vehicle, it doesn't go anywhere, it's just going to drop a bunch of giant flaming balls, and we're going to see what happens. Hit play, and those flaming balls go bouncing in all directions. They light these soldiers on fire. One of them is headed toward a mine up here. You can see I just blew up that giant mine. and absolute havoc ensues as my giant flaming balls just light everybody on fire, and I have just beaten the level, which feels like a cheap way to beat the level, honestly, but hey, whatever works, right? This level is called the Standing Stone. I have to destroy this standing stone that is atop this little mountain right here. So the first thing that I attempted here was, let's just destroy my machine. The first thing that I attempted here was I just attached a cannon to the top of my block, and if you hover over the various weapons, it tells you what you have to do to fire the cannon. You press C to shoot your cannon. So I just hit play, and I was going to shoot my cannon, but my cannon goes tipping over forward because it's a little bit top heavy, and I didn't stabilize this thing at all. So the next thing that I attempted was I decided to add some little stabilizers. Just add a stabilizer to the front, one to the back, a couple on the sides. Then I hit play, and there we go. Now I can shoot my cannonball. My machine goes flipping upside down, but the cannonball did not get enough lift to actually hit the standing stone. So now what I do is I am going to add a little post on the front of my cannon to help me shoot this bad boy. And when I hit play again, I get some actual elevation on my cannon, and when I shoot the cannonball, oh no, I missed. Let's attempt something a little different. Actually, you can rotate your vehicle. Let's see if I can rotate this. Click and drag to rotate your machine, so I can actually rotate it a little bit to the right, and that ought to give me, yep, that took down that standing stone. So as you can see, Besiege is an incredibly versatile game. It's full of Easter eggs. I have barely even scratched the surface of what's possible, and I will have more videos for you as I discover cool things about the game. Thanks so much for watching my video review of Besiege.